Hey, what's up? It's your boys,
Dark
Crimson
D.
Z.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Welcome back for another Dark Crimson DC podcast right here. And today we got a special guest today. How you doing?
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Arianna. Feel free to call me Ari. And I'm an artist in the DFW theater area. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to touch on your dance career because that's something that we don't really get a chance to touch on. How long have you been dancing?
Honestly, since I was a kid, so I like to say for forever. I got serious about it, I want to say when I was in high school and I started doing drill team and everything and like started doing like competition and stuff like that. And then in college, I had to like really buckle down on it and stuff because with musical theater, we had to take dance classes and stuff in our degree plan and everything, and I realized that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. So it's like, let me work on that. Let me work on that a lot.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
you just got better at it. When I was in college, I took ballroom. And like I took tap. Tap was everybody likes hip hop, but ballroom was like my favorite because you got the waltz, merengue, foxtrot. So what's your favorite dance style?
Honestly, I would say contemporary.
Contemporary. So you're non-binary. Your pronouns are they, she.
Yes.
All right, I just wanted to throw that out there. You made a post the other day that says gay marriage doesn't affect you. You cry baby bitch. And it was just something about the cry baby bitch that just rolls off the tongue. What did you mean by
that? It literally doesn't affect you. Like, gay people aren't doing anything harmful to you in any way, and like, why are you trying so badly and like trying so hard to like just essentially take away their rights and like take away people that they love and everything like that? Like, at the end of the day, let people love who they love as long as they are of age.
Right.
And it's appropriate. So yeah, and like the crybaby bitch was in there because like that's exactly how they sound. They sound like little bitch ass pussies. Oh my gosh, crybaby bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, I was watching T.S. Madison's. She had a podcast and she had Miss Pat on there. And I like how honest Miss Pat is because she's a country black ghetto woman. And she was like, I hated lesbians, and T.S. Madison was like, why? And she was like, because I'm black and southern, I don't know why. I was just, she said I could deal with gay people, but I just hated lesbians, and her daughter's coach was a lesbian, and she just hated her for no reason. And then when her daughter came out, it made her reflect, and she was like, I'll be damned if somebody talks to my daughter like this. So it made her explore, and I don't know if you know the anime cosplayer that recently committed suicide, but because there's a huge like racial thing where they want you to
But how did that go in terms of the racism versus like your sexual orientation or whatever?
Okay, so this is where I'm going with this. So I feel like if people just unpacked, like, why are you racist? Why are you homophobic? Because Miss Pat actually unpacked it. She was like, why do I hate lesbians again? And she couldn't find a reason other than that's just what you did in the South. And she was like, man, they're cool. And she says now, whatever you want to be called, whatever you want, if you want to be called a butterfly, you're a butterfly. Now, I'm not going to let you jump off a cliff because you can't really fly. But if you want to be a butterfly, like, pick up your cucumber, and as long as you don't put it back in the grocery section, that's all I care about. I don't want to accidentally pick it up. But just keep the cucumber, put it in your basket, and we're fine. And I feel like that's how most people should be, like, unpacked. What is it about black people or Hispanic people that make me uncomfortable? And I feel like they would get to the root, and the root would be petty,
Yeah.
and they would change. Because it's easy to be homophobic. It's easy to be, racist.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people, they tend to really push against things that they don't quite understand, and it's also like a lot of learned behaviors and stuff as well. Because like, think about it, like when you're a kid, you're not homophobic, you're not racist, you're not really scared of anything or anything like that, and then those things kind of get gradually brought up to you, and then like the more you become exposed to them, the more likely that kid is to like develop those same exact ideals as their family and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's very much like learned behavior and stuff, and also like very much like a nature versus nurture situation. So it's very much like nurtured into people, and also it could be like generational trauma that's like passed down, and like families just like projecting that hate onto the next generation, and then the next generation holds on to that and then passes it on to the next generation, and then it's like an endless cycle, because when you start to get into the cycle of trying to like break that, it feels impossible to like push against it, because it's just so easy to go with what has been done for so long.
Exactly. Now, have you done anything to like help your community, like go to rallies or like march or anything?
I will go to like protests and marches and everything like that. I mainly do a lot of things like on social media, like if my friends are doing fundraisers and stuff to like help with like Gaza, and like to help with like things that are happening in Congo and Sudan, like the LGBTQ plus community and everything like that. I will definitely be like reposting that shit, sharing it nonstop, and be like, yep, I'm there. I'm like normally like one of the first people to donate if I can. So yeah, it's just I'm so busy that I don't really have like the physical ability to like be at all of the places, and I also have like health issues and stuff, so I have to take that into account. So I'm like, I can't physically be there all the time, but I'm like pushing it out as much as I can, like talking to people about it, and I'm like, hey, you should go to this, you should do this, you should do X, Y, Z, or like if people are like supporting problematic companies, I'll be like, hey, here's an alternative. Here's why we shouldn't be supporting them. I'm not saying that you have to like completely stop supporting them. I'm not going to demonize you for it or anything like that, but let me just shed some light on why they're problematic.
Yeah, like why do people even shop at Starbucks? It's so less than.
Literally.
Like,
they treat their workers like shit.
They give you small cups, like at least like, I like La La Land because their coffee is organic.
Yeah.
And it's damn near crap.
Oh no, La La Land is so good. I don't
I
know
think that
if
goes mostly off of preference wise.
Yeah.
And then like again with Starbucks it's more.
Well, they have more stuff, more options.
Yeah, and also too,
Yeah.
it's more convenient. That's the main reason why.
But their coffee is not good. Like they burn their beans. What the hell?
Is that why it smells weird?
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the location wise.
Yeah.
If you can find one that's like, yeah, they could do it like that, there's some places where they do it really well, and it's like really good. It's like, so, oh, this is the proper way how Starbucks is supposed to be done.
And then, like you said, for years, how many years was Starbucks like the only option for coffee? You know?
Honestly, so long.
Like you could go, we didn't have like Dutch Bros or anything like that. And Dutch Bros, they give you that big ass thing, and I'm like, finally, I'm getting out. Yeah. And Dunkin', they're trying to like market themselves as not just donuts.
Yeah.
That's why they took like the donut off, and they're like, hey, we got it all, man, we got it all. Have you heard of the song game?
No.
Okay, so basically, we play it all the time. I give you a word. The rule is you have to sing a song with the word in the song or the title. Like if there's a song called Cleopatra, and the word Cleopatra is in the song, but it's in the title, it counts. Vice versa.
This is our Dark Crimson, like this is like our own little spin up game that we just came up with so a while back.
Yeah.
It's a fun little pastime. It's a fun little pastime, so but it's also like a brain teaser type of game.
Yeah, and we want to play too, so I'm gonna be throwing some words at you in the middle of the questions to shake it up a bit, and you can throw something at us. Like if I ask you a question and you say waffles, I'm gonna sing waffles are better than pancakes by Doja Cat. But I'll start off water. Right.
She's like, I wasn't expecting this.
Oh my gosh. Why is my brain
Like, he wasn't being expected to be put on the spotlight.
I'll give you another one. Folded. You're like, I see what you did there.
Okay, how about easy one? Fall.
Well, no, you got folded. You got folded. You don't have folded.
I don't know.
You don't.
Like I said, do fall. Fall. That's your easy.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
There you go.
Sorry, my brain blanks so much when I'm like put on the spot. I'm just like,
Right. Let's see. Dance.
dancing through life.
Of course. Give us one.
Man, there's so many songs that have that.
Man, you be a rock and roll singer. Man, you got a thumb and a finger. I was just thinking about Good Burger, the song from Good Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's the only thing.
I was thinking about Amen by Doja Cat, which is one that just came up.
Yeah.
That's what I was like.
I hated her last album. I'm sorry. I hated it. Maybe it needs to grow on me because most of her, like Arianna Grande and Doja Cat, it takes me like a month to start liking this stuff.
That's fair. I love Doja.
All right, give us another one.
Air.
Air. Breathe it, believe it, and you'll be walking on air. Go fly so high, and you'll be walking on air. That's Curly. She's a Switzerland artist walking on air. You should check it out. I didn't want to sing like a stereotypical Jordan Sparks. All right. I got one for you. Car.
I know it's like one or two songs that I know has Carter, but I'm trying to think of what.
I want you to sing this song so bad. During karaoke at my funeral, at my wedding, I want you to sing this song.
That involved Carter?
Fast Car by, what's her name?
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman, yeah.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you have to give me different ones, but I can't think of another
Phone.
You used to call me on my cell phone. Whenever you need me, call me on my cell phone. You know?
Yeah, all right. So tell the people how we met.
Literally at a random adult musical theater class at Preston Center?
Mm-hmm. It was
Park Cities.
Park City Stands.
Park City Stands. It was so much fun. It was taught by one of my close friends who's in New York now. But yeah, I forgot what the combo was.
Yeah, I think it was a musical theater dance,
Yeah.
right?
It was a musical theater dance, but like the combos changed like every 2 weeks, and I couldn't remember if you came in like when we were first learning it or.
It was when we were
like,
first learning it.
Yeah.
Because I had came in and I was like, this isn't the class that I wanted to take, and I saw you and I was like, well, she kind of fine, you know what, I'll stay. But yeah, it was a fun class. She loves Ed Sheeran.
Oh yeah, the warm-ups were definitely like all like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. All right, lightning round. Top 3 movies.
Oh my gosh. Weapons. Sinners. Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. Don't get mad at me. I have yet to see that movie. And people are like, how you a theater kid and you ain't seen Moulin Rouge? I gotta see
so
it.
good.
I gotta see it. Weapons was good. You know they're making a prequel with the witch. it was kind of overhyped, so I feel like the hype killed it.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Peele fired his team because they missed the movie. And so a lot of people were like, oh, this movie is so good that Jordan Peele didn't get it, so he fired everybody. But really, his team went into business for themselves because they were representing somebody else and they swiped it from them. So he fired them because they did that, not because the movie was so good, so it overhyped it a little bit. I feel like it would have just came out.
I'm trying to think how exactly they overhyped it, because I've seen the trailers. The trailers definitely did like make it seem like it was gonna be a really, really good movie and such. Nothing wrong with it. I said it was, but maybe not to the extent of how they were doing it.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that part of it.
Yeah, because in your head you think, because Jordan Peele's a great director in horror, so in your head you think, wow, he fired everybody for this movie must be top tier. And so I feel like people's expectations
I don't get exactly how that would mean it's such a good movie if your director fired everybody.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the opposite. That's like saying this will be the worst one.
No, because they missed the opportunity. So like say for instance, if we hire somebody to get guests and we are supposed to get Ariana Grande, but they overslept and forgot to call her and missed her, type shit. That's how they said it, but it was the opposite. They had lost the movie on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was definitely.
Cause like you look kind of like what?
Yeah. I was like,
cause like that doesn't make much sense. Cause I'm looking at it like, yeah, you missed a movie, but and how exactly did you so-called miss a movie?
They just gave it to somebody else. Make sure somebody else got it.
Then you just passed along. You didn't miss it. You act like you missing a bus or something.
Yeah, but they did it intentionally. They could have gave it to.
Well, that means they just passed it then.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be his.
Okay, but I mean, so that's more in the sense of like, okay, I supposed to got this movie, but my team decided to be dicks and not let me get that movie so that way I'm firing you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That made more sense.
Yeah.
Then you make it seem like, oh, this is a missed opportunity or like a misappointment or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how you was putting it. You put it more like it was like like, oh, I'm gonna go to that event. Fuck, I missed it. And then they got somebody else. That's kind of like how you was putting it. And I was thinking like, if the movie was supposed to be to me, then regardless if I was there or not, I should have got that. Like, I'm like, huh?
Yeah, and Sinners, hands down, man. Did you see it in the theater?
yeah.
Bro, and I think they bring it back, but if you ain't seen it in the theater, it ain't working. Because that jukebox scene, and let me tell you, and I saw it in the Xbox seats. I forget what they call.
The D-box.
Yeah, D-box. So during that sex scene with Haley, I was right there with him. She would have got me. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's gonna take longer for her to be Gwen Stacy with the whole Spider-Man thing. They're trying to figure out the marketing because the dude's a creep and she's married now. So you heard about that, right?
I mean, but my thing here is this though. So aren't they able to just have separate rooms when it comes to the thing? Because they're not.
Well, they definitely have separate rooms, but they're trying to, because he's technically the star, but she doesn't feel comfortable around him.
But
so
my thing here when it comes to it though is that they're not acting like they're doing like a live action movie of it. They're doing it to where they're voice acting it. So it's like they don't really have to be in the same room, and then if they do have to be in the same room,
they don't. But like,
I mean, they just have their asses separate from each other.
Yeah.
That's all you do, because you're gonna have them in the same room. Just don't let them be next to each other. So that's the best thing you can do with it, and that's about it. I mean, if anything or so, just have it to where it's like for example, let's say they having to talk about it and all stuff, blah, blah. Just have the guy that plays, or if he's voicing both of them, let's just say that, let's have either Spider-Man 2099 or so, and Uncle Aaron, so be in the middle of them or so while they're talking to them or whatever, and still ask the questions, and just be there separately. Even if they don't have any questions for them per se, they just in there and just be like, yeah, you know, it's like, it's cool. Right. And you know, just like they might toss them a few questions just to make that they don't feel like, you know, like obviously we're the border people here, so that, you know.
What would you do in that situation if you had a coworker that made you uncomfortable? What would would you?
Ooh, that's hard. Honestly, I would just like talk to higher ups about it as much as I could. Like talk to like the director and creative team as much as I could. So they could try to make like different accommodations and like set different boundaries and everything like that. If I'm able to talk to the person that's making me uncomfortable in a like monitored space per se, where there's like where the director's there and everything like that, just to make sure that things don't like escalate. I would just to like air out my grievances and like set professional boundaries and everything like that.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful because I was watching Raven Simone and Jamie Kennedy, and she actually has a passion for directing, and that's why I say if you're going behind the camera, be careful because it's a lot more fun, and you'll never want to. Yeah. So, and she was saying she's thankful that Hollywood has changed to where you actually like have a space and have a voice. Because back in the day, it would be suck it up, make the movie, promote it, then you don't have to see each other. You know?
But then you would potentially run into each other because like the world's so small.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say, especially Hollywood, everybody knows everybody, until you got casted in the same movie. Unless you got enough pull to say, hey, get this up out of here, you know?
But I mean, right now, even if that was the case or whatever, like this is the most asked about movie. They've been pushing that bitch back as much as GTA 6.
Oh yeah, they're gonna come.
So yeah, so it's like, I mean, yeah, pretty much. And I mean, and the thing about it too, though, like I said, it's a very soft movie, so a lot of people are waiting for it at this point. Like I said, if this is gonna be the final of the whole thing or so, just get it over with or so, and then just, you know, keep pushing at this point and such stuff. Y'all don't see each other again for a couple of years, cool.
And do you think they actually like hooked up?
I don't know.
Because with Hollywood, it wouldn't surprise me. But even then, even if y'all did hook up, like say for instance, if we were in Sweeney Todd, you know, and we had a secret hookup, I'm not gonna be over here talking about like, hey, I love being around her, you know, she's a girl, she's a road dog, you know, making it obvious, you know.
And the thing about it too, though, the part that makes it so unnecessary, because they didn't have to get to this point, really. Because like, let's say they did hook up. That was a long ass time ago, and she's married at this point. Or like during this time frame, she was engaged or whatever. And so it's like, and I get it, you know, when see that's the thing too. I never understood too though, because I get it like, because I get there might be history. But the thing about those that you guys, this is not the same concept of like the Spider-Man movie with Far From Home or whatever. So with Tom Holland and Zendaya or whatever, when they were working together and they were working as a couple on some shit. You know, when it comes down to that, and you get into your character or whatever, such point, it makes sense to that. But you're voice acting your characters, so it's like even if they have something in the movie. You guys don't have nothing or whatever going on to where it shouldn't even be getting to this level.
And then look at how her and him act versus how her and Michael B. Jordan act. Now you know she fucked around. You know, you just know.
Look, even
she like,
look. My thing is like this. Let's think of this. Either let's say she.
Hey, I want to marry her. Okay, so
but I'm
trying to plant little seeds here. So
my thing is like this. Let's say they didn't though. You know she wants to though, for the most part.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, cause like at least. Let's say they did. Let's say they didn't though. You say you know you want to.
She's like there was two of them. But yeah, so I'm like, come on now. But like I say, you don't see Michael B. Jordan overly now. They gave each other looks or like played with each other here or there, but
he plays it cool though.
Yeah.
Because it beats like this. If you're Michael B. Jordan, you know damn well you ain't gotta do that much.
Yeah, because Shamar, his stuff is cringe. He was like, well, I love working with Haley, and I'm just like, God. I
guess like this nigga really. No, but I'm just saying that like Michael B. Jordan could just be chill, just be cool and all sorts of stuff now. Because to me, in my opinion, if I was Michael B. Jordan and I would like say for example, we would like if I was Michael B. Jordan, I was playing the Sinners and such. First of all, I would have been like too like I would have felt some type of way if I was with what's the name, the one that plays my baby mama or whatever.
Who you mean?
Anna.
What was her name? Oh, Anna?
Yeah. If I was Anna and such an Alabama Jordan, I would be like, shit. We got a little intense in that damn scene right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
Like, even though everybody keeps saying, oh, she the mom in the movie because of how she looked, like, I'm not gonna hold you, in the movie, she does look older than
Well,
what
society automatically, when they see a bigger, dark-skinned woman, they already assume, oh.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like how she talked and how she carried herself or whatever. So I thought she was more like the auntie or like the mom or something like that. That's how it looked. But then when you find out
Yeah,
that,
then they start getting it on, and you like, oh, what?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then when you saw that, you look like, oh. And then when you saw her when she was not in her character and all sorts of, she was like, oh, she's a lot younger than what she did in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It was just how she was looking and everything else, or whether she appeared more older than what it was. But then when you saw her off that, I was like, oh, she looked like Michael Jordan age, but she young.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. But then they made it more fun too, because I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah, she's cute. She's cute.
I said, damn.
She was in Loki. She was in Loki.
Yeah, I heard that she was in Loki, and I saw that shit. I was looking like, I said, I ain't gonna hold you. So I think they probably had to take me off of her about my ignoring, bro. We probably been fucking in that scene for real.
Speaking of which, when Terrence Howard and Taraji B. Henson would be doing their love scenes, when they yelled cut, he didn't want to get off of her because he would be in the scene. So she would pretend to be his daughter, and that would like fix everything. And I was like, well, at least we know Terrence Howard ain't no pedophile.
No, but see, my.
Also,
Right.
I'm sorry, but Doku mentioned that to me or something about that, and I was looking at and this is my opinion here, if I was him. Yeah, that might have been in terms of like, hey, we see the bill, but at the same time, I'm like, the fuck that supposed to be grown to play now? Cause I'm looking like, you know, you're a grown ass woman, so you ain't like you got split personality all of a sudden and shit.
Yeah, but honestly, like if it's me and like say for instance I'm in a scene with like Ariana Grande or Tate McRae, I'm gonna be like, just slap me. Just slap me at that point.
Or just yell at me and say, tell me get the fuck off of you or something like that. Don't play no kid shit with me, because I'm gonna look at you like you dumb as hell, but I'm still gonna keep going.
Yeah, because like emotions get involved, especially if like that's been your like crush for years. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, yeah, just punch me in the face.
this is where intimacy coordinators get involved.
Right.
To make sure that doesn't happen, because like that's why like the whole Me Too movement and stuff came about with film and everything, because like there were people that were like actively being like sexually assaulted like on set during like scenes and stuff like that, and because of the fact that they were like, well, the camera was rolling and everything, they were very much looked down upon by being like, well, it didn't really happen because it was for work, when in reality like things would happen like that when they would yell cut, and like even if they were like, hey, yo, get off of me, we're done with the scene and everything like that, like, it would escalate. But now, there are like things in place for intimacy coordinators and everything like that, so.
Yeah, and then they have patches to where, like, because I know for, have you seen Swarm with Chloe Bailey?
Yeah.
Like, she had a ball under her, and it's funny because you could actually see it in the scene. They didn't really edit it out. But she had a ball like under her for the bounce, and then they had privacy covers, so they wouldn't actually like touch it, pretty much. Speaking of which,
Which I don't find that shit like absolutely like fucking funny as hell to me. Cause like if you're going off like a real sex scene or whatever, says who the fuck has that much cover on today's shit when they doing that?
yeah, well, it's fake, so.
I know. I'm just saying, realistically, why such a while. Like, imagine you're doing the scenes or whatever. So it's like, hold on, man. Let's make it like it's an actual like scene from a movie. Like, oh man, let me do an extra cover right here. Put this right here, and then you just fully uncovered. I'm looking like, does this seem like something you actually would do if you actually were having sex for real, for real? Like if this was like not a scene or whatever, like you really would have all this shit here like this.
Well, I mean, actually, I'm just kidding.
That was a defensive person.
Right.
I'll be looking like I was like the fuck. I mean, I get that it might be some level of excitement or whatever into it because it's like, say you're doing it with your clothes on or whatever, except for like say you do it when you have a dress on, such a way you like cover it up just for the look of it wise. That could be exciting. I would get that. I do understand it, but to be like when it comes to this, like say a bed scene or whatever kind of deal.
Yeah. Speaking of which, top 3 favorite actors or actresses. I call women actors. So.
That's fair. I do too. Kate Blanchett, Cynthia Erivo, and Zendaya.
Zendaya's good. I love Anya Taylor-Joy and Jenna Ortega. I want to see Zendaya in a horror movie, to be honest.
Same.
Do you like horror movies?
I love
I'm a horror. Who's your what is, like, I love, okay, so I like 2. I like either real sick and twisted, like Hostel, or real, like, ghetto and, like, campy, like Megan or Babysitter. What are you into?
I'm more so into psychological thrillers.
What are your top 3?
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if they're all going to be like psychological thrillers.
Fearful Wellness wasn't it?
Yeah. I would honestly say Barbarian. Like I said, they're not all going to be the psychological thriller realm.
Barbarian pissed me off.
Barbarian is really
like everything you don't do.
It enraged me to no end. Oh my god. But you know, Barbarian, Scream because it's a classic, and then if we're getting into campy things, Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy vs. Jason was good. Freddy vs. Jason was good. Top 3 straight plays.
Oh my gosh. August Osage County. It's about a very dysfunctional family. The Crucible, solely because of the fact that I want to do a different take on it. So like I've been like kind of reading it and everything like that again. And I just like dark and twisted things. And damn it, there was another one. I'm so excited.
But the last one is always the hardest. Because I feel like the first one is in the head, the second one is in the stomach, but the last one's in the soul, and you're trying to like bring it out.
Like what is it?
It'll come back. It'll come back.
Honestly, we're just gonna go with the local Dallas playwright. This is the show that I was in. We're just gonna say what fits inside a human heart.
Yeah.
Because that show meant so much to me.
Now you said that you had an illness with your thyroid. What is that about?
I'm in the process of figuring out if I have hypo or hyperthyroidism and stuff, because I have a thyroid nodule on like the left portion of my thyroid and everything. So it's been like affecting my hormone levels and like my weight gain, appetite, like my energy levels and stuff like that.
Appetite, like it makes you not want to eat or something?
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like super hungry, like super ravenous, or like sometimes I just like do not want to eat and like everything is just making me icky and like bleh. It's also been like affecting my energy levels like super heavily and everything like that, so I haven't really had like the energy to do things.
Yeah, our energy levels have been low. I think it's because we eat out a lot, so that could be the reason.
Yeah.
But I have like noticed like constant fatigue.
It's also the state of the world too.
That too.
But
I mean, at this point, I'm just like, bring on the aliens, you know?
But it's like it's different than like just regular fatigue. It's like chronic fatigue where it's like I'll have energy, but it's like physically I quite literally cannot do anything. So it's almost feels like I'm trapped in my body, if that makes any sense. And it has not been fun, especially like as a performer. Because when I was in Catch Me If You Can during the summer, it was like impacting me a lot, especially like with the dancing and the show and everything like that. And I was like, this should not be hard for me. These are things that I'm typically able to do like in my sleep. What is happening? But it like took so much like extra energy, and I had to like almost overexert myself just to like be on par with everyone else.
Have you tried? Now I have ADD, so almost nothing works for me except for Adderall. Have you tried like Adderall or like any energy drinks or some
Um,
prescription Adderall. I'm not telling you
No,
go
that's
to
fair.
another dealer, but
No, energy drinks really don't do anything because of the fact that it's like, it's just a chronic illness essentially. So if anything, the energy drinks and stuff just make me more jittery than giving me like an actual burst of energy and stuff like that.
But I would encourage you, because like I'm 100% against hospitals. I'm like holistic, so I would encourage you to look up some natural remedies that might help that. I know I go to the IV bar. I don't know if this would help, but glutathione, it detoxifies your liver. And I know NAD plus is a cell regenerator, and it does give you energy and stuff like that too. It's also good for your cognitive function. Like like I take it through the IV or a shot, and it's basically like that pill that Matt Damon took in the movie and he started doing all those math equations. Because like I said, I'm constantly fatigued. So whenever I do get the shot, it's like I'm myself. Like I'm a burst of energy, you know. Like the guy that at the office that gives it to me, every time I get my shot, he's like, "Welcome back," you know. So that's definitely something you should definitely look into. Top 3 favorite musicals.
Oh my gosh, Cabaret for sure. Hades Town and Waitress.
Waitress is a good one. I could definitely see you at Waitress. In both. Who's the Asian country one?
Dawn.
Yeah, I can definitely see it as Don. What's the favorite role you've ever played?
The Witch in Into the Woods when I was a senior in undergrad.
How did you interpret that? Because I know everybody has a different way of interpreting your character.
That is such an interesting question because I'm just like, how did how did 21-year-old me interpret that? Honestly, I played her like very harsh, not like harsh per se, but more so just like very like tough love.
Yeah.
She was very like cold and matter of fact. So I like essentially took all of the warmth that I tend to have and just took that out of the character and just made her very straightforward, matter of fact and everything. And like the only time she ever showed that warmth or anything was when she was with Rapunzel, because obviously like that's who her daughter essentially was.
Yeah.
So
I like that take. I know one person played it as like the desperate mother, because you know she wants them. She actually wanted them to get it together. So it was definitely some tough love there, but it's like, can we please all just get along?
yeah,
You know.
that's more so why I played it like tough, like straightforward and matter of fact, because it's
Yeah.
very much like you need to get your shit together. I'm not gonna follow you through this process. I don't care what you do, but here's how it's affecting me. Fix it.
Right. Now I wrote down white theater because I know a lot of theaters like to stay true to the characters in the in the story, which is cool because I don't know if you knew this, but a couple of years ago there was an all-white hairspray. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Maybe they had brunettes with blondes. I don't know. The whole thing is about race, you know. But I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying have all white in the Heights. Have it in Highland Park or something like. But I do feel like directors could be more open-minded.
Oh, for sure.
Because I could see you as me. You could be Dominican, you could be black, you could be mixed. You could be a lot of things. So how do you feel navigating through a predominantly white-based theater scene?
It's definitely difficult, especially because of the fact that like I have encountered shows where like they're looking for more like traditional casting, and it's upsetting because like I'll look at the cast list and I'll be like, oh, there's only like 1 or 2 black people. This is upsetting. Or like there was 1 black person and like a couple Hispanic people, and I'm like, there are so many of us.
Right.
There are so many people of color in the theater scene. And it's also just one of those things where it's like, I just want directors to get to a point of where they look past race and everything when it comes to casting and everything like that. Like, obviously, it's Hairspray, it's West Side Story and everything like that. Please,
Yeah.
do not whitewash those shows. Do not, actually. But
Because I feel like if you're gonna do that, just do Romeo and Juliet. Like, what do you gotta do West Side?
literally, if it's a show and like there's no race or anything to do with it, like I did Hello Dolly and I was Irvin Buckard, and I will say like that was a very diverse cast and everything. But like it's just like Hello Dolly, where quite literally it's just the ages that matter, but like the race and everything don't matter.
Yeah.
Look past it. Look at the person. Are they talented? Can they fit the role? Would they legally be this age? Would they get along with this person? Like, would you like
and that's something.
with them?
Yeah, and that's something. Whenever I'm involved in casting, a lot of people don't like it. I make a lot of people mad, but that's one thing I encourage. Look beyond the color. Look beyond the, you know, especially with a show like Rent or Cabaret. Like, look, you know, beyond that.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite director that you've worked with?
Sasha Maya Ada. I love her. I love her so much.
Okay. What's the best compliment you've ever got?
Okay, it's so random. This is so random. It was from Hello Dolly, like when I did Hello Dolly. So, important to note, the character that I played cried all the time, and it's typically so annoying.
Yeah.
One of the audience members saw me outside the show and said, "You somehow managed to turn one of the most annoying characters into like one of the most adorable little things on stage," and we were just like, "We just want her to be happy," and I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I love when actors like it, give different interpretations and put their own spin to something. What would you say when it comes to like singing, acting, dancing? What would be your strengths and weaknesses?
Like ranking wise, or like what I'm like better at, or like what it's just like
ranking wise, like what are you best at when it comes to acting, singing, dancing, and worst at when it comes to acting, singing, dancing?
dance wise, I'm gonna say my technique. Ooh, she's suffering. And it's mainly just because of the fact that like I get lazy and I don't brush up on it as much as I could and as much as I need to. But that's something that's relatively easy to fix. I also just get very in my head. So yeah, and then as far as singing goes, it's the same thing. I get very lazy and I like just kind of like throw technique out the window. Sometimes also like I kind of just like get trapped in this box because like people would hear me sing and they'll be like, "Oh, that's a belter. We're going to put her in these roles," instead of like giving me like princessy roles and everything like that. And I'm like, I can very well play princess. I can very well do so many things. Like my voice can do so much. I get that I can belt and that I can like hit all of these super high notes and everything like that. But I promise I am more than just that. And then acting, I guess, I just get in my head because I would just say it was gonna sound so weird if I say I don't do much acting because musical theater is acting and everything like that, but like I don't do much just like straight acting where I'm not like hiding behind dancing and singing as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that because I feel like acting is not acting at all. You know, it's more realism than anything, like becoming the character, so it's funny you say that. What advice would you give somebody trying to accomplish what you're doing?
Make sure you're protecting your peace at all times. It's important to note that not every gig is a good gig, so it's okay to say no to things. And also just try to stay as chill with people as possible, just because of the fact that like everyone knows everyone and networking is so important and everything like that. And I'm not saying that you have to be best friends with everyone. I'm not saying that you have to kiss anyone's ass because no. But just be cordial. Have a conversation occasionally and stuff, and just be authentically you, as long as you're not a shitty person.
Yeah, you know.
And then if you're a shitty
Then you need to
person,
change.
work on that.
You know.
Work on that.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever been to like a cast party?
what do you mean?
Like,
Oh, like just
after the
functions and
show, you,
Yeah.
how crazy did it get? Because the reason why I asked is because when I was going to college, our cast parties would get kind of, yeah.
I mean, like, as adults, it's different, I find, especially, like, in the professional realm and everything. So, like, it would more so just be, like, chill, like, a couple of drinks and everything like that, like, lots of games and everything, like, and then 9 times out of 10, we just, like, watch movies and shit, or, just talk about what upcoming projects and everything we had. Like, they never really got, like, super rowdy. I guess it's just, like, it depends on who you're with, but I don't like to really hang around super rowdy people anyways.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not the type of person that I am. Like, I like to have fun, but I
Yeah,
don't like to
me
be
too.
rowdy.
Yeah, that's me. Like, you won't see me at a club too often, but you'll see me at like a hookah lounge or a star lounge, or like a spa, something
Yeah.
like that. Because I know our parties got pretty, and it's funny because our director was following us on Snapchat. And he like, I see what y'all be doing. Y'all cannot do this. They come here for a show. Right? And be prepared.
Good.
We did.
I would just say, I definitely did that a lot in undergrad.
Yeah, it got a little wild. I know, but I would say it depends on the group of people. Like, you can do a show and you're gonna be like, all right, I ain't coming to y'all's after parties.
No, literally.
You know, and then you'll do a show and you'll be like, oh, this group is good. So I guess it depends on the group. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I'm sorry. I'm really out of it today. I had a lot going on last night. I was working and all some stuff. I do apologize to everybody if it looked like I just dozed off or I'm just not here. Like,
Do you listen to George conversation?
I mean, I'm pretty much am. I'm listening. So I'm just like, I'm kind of like, yeah. I guess what I am curious though about though is like how do you go on your everyday life, and so, you know, not just in terms of your career, but just as a person, pretty much. Because I know you have your own challenges, so like, I don't think you never asked a question with answering the particular question, so I'm gonna ask you. So, what is like trans to you?
What is trans to me?
Yeah.
Well, technically, I'm a part of the trans umbrella because of the fact that, like, non-binary people are in that. Essentially, when you just don't align with whatever gender you're assigned. So, whether you want to use neopronouns, whether you want to fully change your gender and everything like that, because you feel that you align more with being, because you, like, know in your heart of hearts that you're a man or a woman or vice versa or whatever. Or whether you're just kind of like at a point where you're like, I don't really feel like either or, I'm just a person. So yeah, and like, to me, it doesn't require people having to like go through this whole transition, like physically or anything like that.
Yeah, because I know that's a big controversy, because some trans people feel like if you're not transitioned, then you're not trans, you know.
Yeah, like, you don't have to be physically transitioning to be trans. Like, your transness is still very valid even if you aren't physically transitioning. And even if you choose to still use like your original pronouns every now and then, or even if you choose to like keep your name instead of like changing your name and everything, like, so does that make sense?
No, I get it. It's like I said, in terms of like your name and everything else or whatever, so I feel like that's a kind of separate issue. I think it's more in terms of like, I guess, representation in my opinion. Because to me, I look at it like if you're wanting to have this appearance as this instead of what you originally have or whatever, it's kind of like, I look at like what's the point of like really doing this if you're not gonna fully do it? That's just my opinion to it. Because it's like, it's like to some people they might think of it like those that said it. So like if you ain't fully transitioned to you look like a trans man. Some people might think of it as like, oh, if you didn't fully transition something like that, would it be kind of like appearing as so physically so more like a costume more likely than just what you actually trying to do?
Well, it depends on how you feel on the inside.
I know, but I'm
So,
just
like,
saying,
say for-
how others that don't understand or have that much of an open mind, somebody see it.
Also,
Oh.
okay, here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize just how fluid gender is. Like, it is genuinely just such a fluid thing, and it quite literally does not fucking exist. The binaries of gender and stuff were put on us by society and everything like that.
Mhm.
So because of that, people think that there's the stereotypical correct way to be trans and everything, as in like being a trans passing male or like a trans passing girly pop or whatever, when in reality, like, that's not the case whatsoever. Like I said, I'm very much non-binary, but I'm still femme presenting. I have friends that are trans mask, but they'll still wear a fucking dress occasionally, just because of the fact that that's how they feel. Like, they know in their heart of hearts that they're not a woman, therefore they made that transition to be a man, and they still use he, him pronouns and everything like that, but like, they're so secure in themselves and in their sexuality and who they are as a person that like, a garment isn't gonna make a difference, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and like I do feel like I was talking about this with my friend. I do feel like you are born that way because who would choose that lifestyle? Like, it's a 24-hour job. Like, okay, so you black and now you're choosing to be trans, dude. You know, it's a lot.
It's definitely not a choice.
But I do feel like it's even bigger than that because look at Niecy Nash. She's been like straight her whole life. And she found somebody she liked who was the same sex as her. And like her daughter was like, what are you? Like, we're gonna have to find an alphabet because you just like overnight. And she was like, I don't know, like I always liked dudes. And then, you know, all of a sudden I just met her and, you know, we connected, you know. And I also know somebody that they had a best friend who was a lesbian. They had a falling out. And all of a sudden, he felt like a lesbian, and he felt, I don't know if it was because of her, but he felt like trans, and he was getting ready to...
Wait. You gotta come confused here. So you said the person that was involved, so was it a person that was trying to be a man, or was it like a guy that was just like...
No, it was a guy, and he was straight his whole life. He had a lesbian home.
But he felt like he was... That's a problem.
Yeah, he felt like he was a lesbian, and he was a good friend of mine.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the part that I said that don't make sense though, because I'm looking like you're a guy and you're with a girl.
But there's a difference between feeling like a guy and feeling like a girl.
Yeah, there's a difference
Like he felt over
between being a guy that's attracted to women versus like being a guy and you feel
Like
attracted to women.
Yeah,
You feel like a woman that's attracted to a woman, if that makes any sense.
No, I get that, but I see that just find it funny.
Yeah, and I mean it's rare.
Yeah,
I mean more.
But let's say
more cases of it are happening now.
It's not really rare. It's just nobody really had a word for it.
Yeah, and I mean more people are, because like back then when he told me he was going through it, a lot of people were like, "Aren't you just straight?" Because like I said, it wasn't that common. You were either like a man transitioning to a straight woman, or a woman transitioning to a straight man.
But that's what I'm saying though. But that's what I'm saying though. It's like, so he basically, when he was in a relationship with that person or whatever, that he just felt like he was a woman in a lesbian relationship. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yeah. And
Okay,
the number one question he got was, how does a woman feel? And he said, it's different than how a man is. It's hard to pinpoint it because they were like, well, how do you know how a woman feels? But he said it's very, like, he felt overly feminine, you know.
I mean, honestly, that's where like gender queerness and like gender fluidity tend to come into play too. So like.
Because then it goes into those scenarios where it's like, say you come across a woman that transitions into a man, and then you have a scenario with him, and so where it's like, fuck, it's a woman situation. You kind of got those kind of like not common situations or so where that happens. And I've said, when it comes to situations like that, I'm looking like, that's different, but it's, I don't know. I can't help but laugh, because I was looking at like, I said, huh.
Yeah, you would think
Like, that's like, the roles is reversed, but it's still kind of like, it's.
But
So-
like she said, it's all about that
I know.
core feeling.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm saying it's definitely that core feeling, but I'm just saying, when you just look at it like, if you're giving a more straight point answer, instead of just kind of like, I don't know what to make out of it kind of thing, it's more like, it's a straight relationship that's in reverse with it. Same thing with your other dudes, it's kind of the same thing, but it's just like, you just feel like more like the woman situation into it. And like I said, whatever they got going on, so that's fine.
Yeah, and I have met two people, like I have a friend named Leo, she's a trans man, super gay, like super pink, so when you first see her, you call her.
Trans man.
Yeah,
So no,
Yeah.
so
He.
he was.
but no, I say her because when you first see her, you're like, oh, hey girl, what's up? And then you get to know him, and it all makes sense. You're like, yeah, you're.
Does he use both pronouns? Does he use?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, like, because are you like actively misgendering?
No.
That's the thing.
Gotcha.
That's the thing. No, that's the thing about Leo is just his whole thing was a little confusing when it came to us because he felt like, yeah, I'm a gay man. And I was like, huh. Okay.
Yeah, and that was his first. Like I've had more experience with stuff like that, but that was his first
I
experience.
mean, that's just gender fluidity. Like,
Yeah.
my partner is, my brain just blanked. My partner is trans masc and gender fluid and uses he, they pronouns. Occasionally she, but like she's like very last result and everything. It's still very much femme presenting. And like, when people see us, they're very much like, oh, this is just a lesbian relationship. And we're just like, yeah, we are a sapphic couple, but like, I'm also
No.
very well aware of the fact that this is a man
Yeah.
because that is what he is.
Yeah,
He's
you're like,
just
not
representing.
necessarily.
I mean, it is a sapphic relationship just because of the fact that like multi-gender, because gender fluid and everything like that. But yeah.
Yeah, now I have another friend like that, and we get each other, and he's also a gay male, and like when you're talking to a gay person, you say girl a lot, and so like I say, you have the social justice warriors like, oh, you misgendered. I was saying girl as in he's a gay guy. I wasn't saying girl as in like the gender. But yeah, but it's definitely interesting. You know, I love talking to people about their experiences because each experience is different.
Yeah.
Like, for example, how do you feel about, because I know this was a huge thing last week, transgender people going in the female restrooms. I feel like there should be some sort of grace period there because there was a girl that came into my, when I was working at Kroger, and long beard, you know, not dressed as her gender at all. And I called her a sir because that's what I saw. And he got really, really upset. And I was like, my bad, I didn't mean to, my bad. But I felt like if you're trans, but you know you're in the beginning stages, I feel like some grace, you know, should be had at that point. Or at least where, like I know a lot of people who are in the beginning stages of hormone therapy, they'll wear like a little name tag or like a button on their shirt or something like that. But how do you feel about them going in the male and female restrooms?
I don't really think that male and female restrooms should exist solely because of the fact that like we all do the same fucking thing.
And you know, they're only mainly in America, because if you go
Yeah.
anywhere else,
I just
the
think it should
restrooms
just
are-
be gender. It should just be a fucking restaurant. Like, if it's an issue of like, if it's a matter of thinking that there are gonna be like creepy people like going into the stalls and everything like that, then just make single bathrooms where they can like lock the fucking doors and it's just one bathroom.
Yeah, but I feel like this is too much trouble though going into that. Because that means every single facility that you go into or whatever is going to have a long ass like hallway or so, just separate bathrooms and shit.
Well, you can still keep the 2 bathrooms.
No, I get that.
Just
but
put
I know that though. What I'm saying is though is that in order for you to, because my thing here when it comes to it though is that it's just a matter of privacy in a way, because at least how I see it, not in terms of the gender situation, but just having privacy wise, because like I don't think everybody's gonna really be fully comfortable, so having to where they can just go to a bathroom that you can see both men and women doing their business and such to it. You know, it's like everybody's comfortable with it when it comes down to their own significant other or like family members or something like that. But it's like coming down to other people that you don't fucking know. I don't think nobody's feeling comfortable enough to do that shit. And then on top of that, it's too complicated or so to sit here and have a bunch of bathrooms. Like I said before, like having a bunch of bathrooms that's separate from each other, just one stall each and all that. Because that means like that's not only is that gonna make it like difficult for construction people to do that, because like we make multiple of these motherfucking bathrooms because doing X, Y, Z and all sort of shit. Then it's like gonna be a complaint, man. So if we have it to where we have one big bathroom or so, and just everybody can just walk in there, bitch, no matter what gender it is and all sort of shit, whatever. It's just like, you know.
Well, I think America being more the conservative state, because like I said, I have a friend that's German, and he said, I've been to Germany, Paris. There is no, like, it's literally just like one restroom for both the male and females. Or like, have you been to Spa Castle or King Spa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't love it. So it's not for everybody, but it's
okay. Well, one, even that right there is still separated. It's
I mean,
like,
yeah,
it's like, in
okay,
terms
so
of
basically, it's an authentic Korean bathhouse. So the male and female part is separate, but because it's authentic and they have imported like mineral water, they force you to be naked in the bathhouse. Now you can skip the bathhouse part, but you have to be naked there. But that's the only place. Like they have saunas and a pool outside with a jacuzzi you can go to. And I notice when foreign people are there, they're like all up on you, like, hey, how you doing? I'm talking about butt ass nigga, like, hey, is this your first time here? Versus like an American person that's like to themselves, like obviously like not really trying to talk to anybody that much, you know. So yeah, we're definitely a little bit more conservative over here. What are some of your dream roles, like roles that you have to play before you die? For me, I want to see you as Sally Bowles, MC, Mrs. Lovett, and Betty Boop.
Sally Bowl is one of my dream roles. JD and Heather's.
What you gonna do with JD? Like you just gonna have to wait and see?
I mean, JD, like, it can be a gender bent role.
No, I mean like I'm saying how would you interpret it, because you can do a lot
Still
with JD.
very much unhinged.
You can do a lot with JD.
But I feel like it's just one of those things where like I would have to actually step into the role to like figure out what to do with it. Because like I can have so many ideas and everything like that, but it's also one of those things where it's just like I, as an actor, like to kind of just like let things come to me once I find out that I have that role, if that makes sense. And then Betty is also one of my dream roles, just because of the fact that she's very cutesy.
Yeah.
And I would say Helene in, nope, we're gonna take that back. Eurydice in Hadestown.
I was just about to.
Yes.
Hold on, which one is Eurydice? Is the one that
Eurydice is the lead girly pop, the
Okay.
one that sings
Don't
Flowers.
come away from me. Yeah. Yeah. What are some fun facts about it?
I do aerial silks, which is super fun.
That's what we want to do. You know when you you know when you climb the little silk sheets and then you just fall like it might be fun.
Oh, it's
You
so
never
much
know.
fun. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
It's got a silver butterfly shape we're talking about.
Ah.
I feel like you would like it. It's fun.
he tried yoga, and he thought he was gonna die, and he ended up liking it. I was the one that.
No, we was doing hot yoga. There's a difference.
Yeah, I was the one that actually we went to the Black Swan. I was the one that was dying because I went somewhere and I had perfume on, so the heat and the perfume were like.
Yeah, he was the one that was dying. I was over.
Yeah, I was in the restroom for like 15. He came to check on me like, you good, bro?
Yeah, cause I'm like, we sitting here, we doing the next pose and all
I'm
that
like,
stuff.
yo.
I'm over here getting my Zen warrior on and shit.
I'm over here.
And he was over here. He over here dying. I was like, nigga, you alright?
I do Aries silks. I pop my thumb out of place. It makes people feel gross, so I don't do it. But I can pop my thumb out of place. It doesn't hurt, if you're wondering.
I want to see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can literally just pop it.
They said it freaks you out, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, no, because if anything, like, say you got hit with some handcuffs or you dislocated, so
Right.
Because to me, that reminded me of the game Dispatch or whatever. Robert has they do the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it freaks some people out, but also like sometimes when I'm giving people handshakes, if I know them, I'll do it and then they can like feel it happening. I do that just to be an ass though.
See, I feel like if you did that to me, I'd smack your hand. Like, especially if I held it, like you did that, I'm like, no, you know you did that shit on purpose.
No, that's literally my best friend does that to me all the time. She'll be like, stop it. And I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Now, I know that I remember there was a video I saw, I don't know whether it's a skill that she got or that's just how she was born as or something like that. But just like how you were able to dislocate your thumb on command or whatever, I don't know whether she was born with longer fingernails, not fingernails, but longer like hands or something like that, or she's multi-jointed or some shit. But her hands were having to where it was bending in different positions and shit. Like it was freaky as fuck.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I said, she got the witch hands.
Right.
And I was like, no, it was like, cause it was like, it would be to where women, like when she's had her hands like this, it will be okay. But then like say she stretches them out, it looked multi-jointed. Like it was folding in different areas and such. Like I was like, she over throwing gang signs and shit without even realizing it. And I was like, and I bet y'all say if she even tried to do like you know like how you have your hand like this and you do this, I feel like she'll do it like creepily as fuck, where it's like it looked like she got lightning fingers and shit.
Yeah,
She's going like this. Yeah, like she throwing gang signs and casting stuff at the same time. I was like, bro, she be cool in Naruto.
Right. Now, my personal most embarrassing theater moment. I know somebody that accidentally started on stage, but you couldn't see it, so I don't count that. But I was in Sweeney Todd, and I had a matinee and an evening show. No car, couldn't go anywhere. I was starving. Mrs. Lovett made some brownies, and I'm lactose intolerant. So I said, you know what? I'm starving. I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm just gonna have two. I ate all of them, and I got on stage. It felt like I was impregnated by razor blades. But back then I was new, so I was very like robotic with blocking.
Yeah.
And I said, and I was Toby, and I said, okay, I'm gonna let it out on a high note, because you know Toby he has like this thing where he really wants to get his point across, but Mrs. Lovett is so victimized by Sweeney, she's not listening, so he's like, no, demons will charm you with a smile, and I let it out, and I forgot that she was mic'd, so not only did I fart in her face, but I farted into the mic. Everybody heard it. You know how that guy's shows is like Sweeney Todd, Cinderella, there's like 6 main casts, 1,000 people in the back, and they all laughed, and I was hoping that nobody heard me, but people literally passed Sweeney and Mrs. Lovett to get to me to try to make me feel better, and I'm like, you making it worse. Like if I could have turned into like a puddle like on SpongeBob, I would have.
Nah, you need to like a pull like fucking what's his name off of Sky High.
Yeah, so with that being said, what is your most
But
embarrassing?
just going on stage and you just hear him.
Right, an extra horn.
Yeah.
Right. So with that being said, what is your most embarrassing theater moment? I know it ain't on top of that, but
Oh my gosh, I feel like I have so many. Okay, I'll tell you two.
Grandpa.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you two. So one of them, I burped on stage during Hello Dolly, like, and it was audible. And like, I could feel it coming up and I was like, okay, it's probably just gonna be like a little light one.
You always think
that's
that.
not like audible or
Those
anything
be the
like
most
that.
violent ones.
And it was
the ones-
so loud, and then I like disguised it by acting like I was crying because my character was crying all the time. But it was so funny because my castmates were like, we could tell that you were burping, and I was like, yeah.
Like you cry, I was like, you think?
I was like, I'm so glad that y'all know, but like,
You see,
it just had to happen.
and you see what you could have done though, that when that loud one came in, you go like, like, I feel like people will laugh at that shit. Or it's like you start burping like, and it's just like that to me would have been like you saw it because it's like that ugly laugh.
Yeah. What's the
Like the ugly cry sound.
The second one happened recently in Disaster. I was like taking off my earrings on stage because there was like a whole part where it's like we're confronting this character and we're like, oh, we're about to beat your ass, but like it's funny.
Yeah.
And someone like hits my hand, my earring flies, just goes flying into the pit. And I'm just staring at it the entire time. I like literally watched it and I was like, oh no, my earring.
Yeah. What's your greatest theater moment? Mine is when I was in Rent, and for some reason I could not get Halloween down.
Halloween is hard shit for no reason.
Yeah, and it was the last song I learned, so it was during the, you are cracking up, baby.
I laugh because I just picture my head like, I see myself like, if I was playing the scene, I was crying, and then I just like had a combination of both of you guys and stuff. I was crying, I'm like, I just see a lot of people laughing like a motherfucker.
But no, so I was during the Lovely Bohem scene, and instead of singing Lovely Bohem, I went to How Do We Get Here? How the hell? And it was like you know those like TikToks where like things like freeze, like the music like stops.
Yeah.
And luckily, you know Mark Molyneux. Luckily, Mark Molyneux was there. I looked at him. He looked at me. And we fixed it. I was like, how did we get here? How the hell Pat left to Benny and his boys? And I just went straight into Dearly Beloved. And like, you know, Rent is something that you can't mess up, so everybody knows it. And they knew I had fucked up and like fixed it really quickly. So we got a standing ovation, but I think it was more for Mark than me, because it was like, how the hell did he catch that quickly? But I'm like, that's why Mark is one of my like favorite accompanists, because it's like he understands. You follow the singer.
Yeah.
You don't go before the singer. Like there's a lot of people who's like terrified in the audition and they're like, oh, Mark's on the piano? All right, we got this. You know.
Yeah.
But what would be your greatest hit? Give me two.
Cabaret.
Who are you in Cabaret?
I was one of the Kit Kat girls.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, I was one of the Kit
What was your favorite number? I like Don't Tell Mama.
I was gonna say probably Don't Tell Mama, but Cabaret was a fun one. But I also really loved the kid one.
Yeah, Cabaret was scary for me because I was MC and he's very inappropriate. You have to grab people's private and slap people on the, you know, and I would always like check in, like, is it okay? It's not me. It's
See, I will say, like, with the cast that we had, we were all, like, just so chill, and, like, that just, like, have those conversations, like, off rip, and you're like, hey, are you good with this? What's a no for you? Like, let me know if that ever changes and stuff. So, they were very, very good about, like, making sure that we all felt comfy with each other, so that way we could do all of that and everything like that, but it was also fun. It was also much fun. And then I would say, oh my gosh. It would be a tie between What Puts Inside a Human Heart, solely because of the fact that that was the first time I played a lead, and it was like my first play in Dallas, or Disaster, solely because of the fact that it was just pure physical comedy, and everyone was like, your costumes were so gorgeous, you just look so gorgeous, 70s is so good on you, and I'm like,
right.
yes.
Yeah. So your first real play, you got to lead. That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
And it was an original play as well.
Oh wow.
So it was such a
Was
cool
there
experience.
Yeah, no. But was there anything that you were curious about that you wanted to ask us or so? We always like to have our guests ask us a couple questions or curious about anything.
I guess just one question. What made y'all want to start the podcast?
Well, I was doing my own podcast because one thing about creator, you have to create. And so I started a podcast on Spotify. I've interviewed like Mark Molino, Ty Ashanti, a lot of your friends actually. And yeah, I just started doing that. Then I took a break and I met up with him because I was being messy. He had just broke up with it. Like him and his girl were like that one couple that never, like if they break up, all hope is lost. So when they broke up, I immediately called him. I haven't talked to him in years, mind you. And I was like, what the fuck, what happened? And then we just connected and he was like, hey, I want a YouTube channel. I always wanted to be on YouTube. So we just started it up. I don't know what his words know what it is, but.
Well, my thing is that I've been wanting to be a YouTuber so for the longest time. I just lacked the courage to just do it on my own or whatever and such. And so then when we was doing his podcast or whatever at the time, I was looking at like, well, the energy we got is gonna win. Like we could really like make something out of it or so. And I suggested to him, I said, hey, let's start the podcast up and all that. I already have a pretty good idea what we need to do and all sorts of stuff whenever we just did it. And you know, it took a little bit of time or whatnot though, but we got everything prepared now. Now we're just working towards just trying to be more serious with everything and really start like pushing the business out though, because at the end of the day, I wanted this to be like not just as a hobby thing, but actually something that I could make something out of. So I take it very seriously more than anything else. Yeah, because I know like I know at the end of the day, YouTube's a rat race, so it does take time for it to really start building and all sorts of stuff. We've been doing this for about 4 years now. Like I said, our anniversary just happened or so for the channel. You know, so happy for the birthday, as our crew said, you know. So it's just, and it's been a long time coming or whatever, like I said. And also for you guys that's been watching this such and enjoying the video, so hey, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Also, follow us on Patreon as well, where we put out a lot of our, you know, more explicit podcast episodes, such reaction videos, and etc. Make sure you guys follow that as well. We try to let everybody know, share the video out, hype the videos up, everything you done or so. And also, too, check out my display, my dispatch gameplay or so that I saw on the channel as well. Check that out as well.
Yeah. So what advice would you have for, I don't know if I asked you a question already, but what advice would you have for somebody that's trying to do what you do? I think I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So what's the best advice that you've ever gotten?
Just be myself. Don't audition as a character, just audition and show up as me.
What do you like and dislike about acting in the Dallas city?
I love the community. Like I do genuinely love like how people will back each other and stuff and everything, but on the flip side of that, I don't like how there are favorites and stuff. I know that that's a thing with like any community that you're in and everything, but like it's just one of those things that sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't like that we're so musical theater based instead of straight play and musical theater based, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like it doesn't give people very many opportunities to like stretch their acting chops strictly and stuff, just because of the fact that it's like, oh, well, we do predominantly musical theater here because of the fact that we have a lot of strong singers and dancers and stuff.
So, and I know you are a singer. If you could collab with 3 singers and 3 rappers, who would it be? I know Doja Cat gotta be
one. Okay, Hosier for sure, because I love that man.
Let me tell you. His whole catalog, like he's the only person that can turn like a story like Icarus and make it romantic.
No, literally, it's just like, so yeah.
What's your favorite Hosier song?
Oh my god.
There's so many and they're all so sweet.
I really like Cherry Wine, but the acoustic, like live version.
You know what it's about, right?
And then I really like No One Fucks With My Baby. So yes, that one's really, really good.
Yeah, I've been on Sunlight. Sunlight is a good one to sing along to.
Yeah.
Like, Sunlight's a good one to sing along to. There's one that was very like Despair. Like he made a song about a bird that puts dead things on like bricks. I forget what it's called. The Sparrow or something. Let me look this up because this is gonna bother me. But you say, okay, Hosier.
Hosier, Kirby, because I like her music.
Queen Herbie.
No, it's like Kirby.
Kirby, okay.
And honestly, it's a toss-up between Doja Cat and Magdalena Bay.
What about rappers?
I don't really listen to rap that often.
You know,
Yeah.
what other genres do you listen to?
I listen to pop, rock, musical theater, alternative, EDM, like a lot of cottagecore, fairycore, goblincore, sea shanties.
She shanties. Do you have any musical theater people that you really admire or that really stick out? Like nobody's gonna make me hate Rachel Zegler. Like I love Rachel Zegler.
I don't dislike her. Honestly, this is about to sound so bad, but wait, no, never mind. Phil the Soup and Danae Vinton are like 2 people that I'm like, yes, love them so much. In the realm of like musical theater and stuff.
Okay. Do you write music?
I do not.
Would you try?
I have tried, and I tend to give up on things if I'm not good at them immediately.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many methods, like I said, I don't condone drugs. Some people like to drink, smoke cigars, smoke weed. Some people like to drive and do it through a voice memo, or go to like a diner or something like that. I know Ariana Grande and Alyssa Cara said they'll go into like a closed off, like claustrophobic space, like a bathtub or like a closet, and they write better that way. So those are a few things to try. I was watching an episode of Victorious where Leon was like, you remember that episode where she was making a birthday song?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he was like, what are you trying to say? How do you feel? And they wrote the words down. Like, that's what I like to do personally. And I also like to, I don't know the name for it. There is a name for it. I call it sentence writing. It's when you have a beat, but you don't have a word, so you just say gibberish. And then you just pull it out from the ether. Like, say for instance, give me a song, give me a song.
Oh my gosh, my brain blanks all the time, I swear. Since we were talking about Alicia Cara, I guess here.
Here, you could be like, doy 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 doy, and you do that over and over, and then you get like here, doy doy here, doy 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 doy, what I'm doing, you know, and it's like that, and the songs kind of come to you that way. Yeah, but I encourage all artists to like, because I feel like art is an umbrella, like we all related when you sing, dance, act. So I feel like we could possibly do it all if we wanted to. Because there's a lot of people that became like singers that originally wanted to be acting, but singing is what got them into it. Or like they're good at acting, but they wanted to be dancers, but acting is what really got them through the door. Like Taylor Craig, she was a dancer first, you know, and now she's like on the verge of winning a Grammy and stuff like that. So yeah, do you have any other questions for us?
Not really.
So I was like I said, I think you got room in for like one more. Nah, we can wrap it up.
Well, actually, let me see if I have one more. Let's see. Oh, here's one. How do you get ready for your roles and what's next?
I like to make playlists that I think the character would listen to, because I'm like very, very heavy on music, getting me in the headspace and everything.
Hey guys, so sorry about the technical difficulties we were having towards the end of the video or so, but we was already pretty much wrapping it up though. But as always, if you guys made this far, you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for brand new. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video of DZ Talks. So as always, if there's any other discussions or topics y'all want us to talk about in the next video, so hey, feel free to put it down in the comment section down below, letting us know. And so until next time, we'll see you guys out on the next video. See ya.